anyway, man, moving on to our next topic. That's right. So according to Mark Stein, an NBA insider, he tweeted out the other day that NBA players may only be offered a 50-game season, according to the NBA players in the union. And he said it because of the league's television partners, they do not want the 2021 season to stay past mid-July or clash within the Tokyo Olympics. So of course we're looking at different start days, maybe MLK Day, maybe December 22nd. So Mel, I know you are very adamant about wanting to get onto this topic. So what is your take on this?
Regardless, NBA gonna lose money. All right, with this 50-game season.
Right. They already lost $1.6 billion. I'm sorry.
Exactly. So you're gonna let all these players, especially these rookies, you talking about your next generation, like we were looking at Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, all these people under 22. Understand how many players does the NBA currently have that are under the age of 19? All right. And you telling me that on their rookie salaries that they're supposed to be looking forward to making money? Nah, like Carson Edwards, I think I saw a statistic on ESPN that Cuz only making about 900,000 if they go through with this proposed TV deal and everything. All right. Secondly, the NBA is continuing to lose supporters with their stance on social justice. And it's sad, especially with depending on what side you stand on it. It's just like point blank, they're losing more and more and more money. You're not going to pay these guys the money that they expected. First of all, you're going to ask them to pay a more strenuous schedule. All right. They already have ideas and intentions on partaking in the Olympics. Okay. You asking a lot of these guys for just a 50-game schedule and everything. I highly doubt that it's going to happen. All right. If anything, they're going to have to thug it with an 82-game schedule. All right. I just don't see a 50-game schedule, especially after this pandemic and everything that we went through this year. I don't see it going through. I just don't.
Yeah, that's a good perspective to have. But at the same time, for me, I don't care about the 82-game season. I don't care about them losing money. Get to the playoffs immediately. Nobody watching the regular season for it anyway. People really tune into the playoffs. That's when people are really tuned into the NBA. So a shorter season, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. Besides for like losing money, besides that business part of it, as far as like just competing and everything, a 50-game schedule is not that big of a deal to me.
What? Hold up.
The NBA pays players more money.
Go ahead.
The NBA pays the players that actually make it to the playoffs more money than the rest of the league. All right, first off. All right, with that being said, to not have an 82-game TV deal to be putting in that money, how are you going to pay these players for the playoffs? How you going to pay these teams for the playoffs? How you going to pay 16 teams to provide their players and services, for the playoffs? I don't see it happening. The NBA is just going to continue losing money. I don't feel like it's sustainable to have a 50-game season. I don't think it's sustainable.
Right.
I don't.
And I wanted to get on AC about this because I vehemently disagree with where you come from saying it's not a big deal, because we're looking at this on a completely different front, on a completely wide range of fronts. Right. We're talking about COVID-19, the impact that particular the pandemic that we're still in right now. We're talking about the impact that has had on the league. We're talking about also the NBA clashing with the NFL, losing viewership. It, like Mel said, alluding to the political stance, whatever side you stand on. And then you're talking about, we literally just came off probably one of the most difficult championships to win in NBA history, where these dudes were playing up until October 11th in a game 6, spent over 90 plus days in an NBA bubble. And like you're asking these dudes bodies, like recovery wise. Normally this is the time where this is where the NBA season will begin, but like the COVID-19 messed everything up. So to say it's not a big deal, that's completely wrong. It is a big deal, because there's a whole wide range of fronts that's throwing everything off. Where you got to also talk about free agency. You got to talk about the NBA draft. There's a whole lot of things. Like Mel said, either way, the NBA is going to lose money regardless. It's going to keep losing money because the whole COVID thing. But AC, you were wrong. You were wrong on that front.
Honestly,
go ahead.
Honestly, in my opinion, what's the point? that's all. We just had the NBA season in not even a month ago, And yes, it was probably hard fought for a lot of teams. I'm saying some teams probably had easier Lakers. But anyways, it's like you gotta put yourself in the players' perspective too. How you think they would feel that, okay, we just came off this long playoff series and they're trying to get us back inside this bubble immediately, away from our families, away from our other business endorsements. You know, that type of stuff has to be thought into perspective, because for a long time they weren't even allowing like the players' wives or kids to attend the game until the play deeper in the playoffs. So how would that affect? I want to hear what y'all think, like how y'all think the players will feel about having to be dragged away from the family already so soon.
I would say the 14 teams that didn't make it to the bubble most definitely want to play and make some money, right? But if they had to vote for it, the other 16 teams that made it into the bubble and actually had to endure the bubble, I don't think that they would vote for it, honestly. And if the NBA Players Association really has as big of a say as we believe they do, it's not happening. I don't think it's happening.
And they're probably not even playing in a bubble next season. They already talking about how Toronto, because Toronto having like COVID restrictions, traveling and stuff. They talking about playing in Nashville or Tampa or something like that. So that just already gives me the idea that they finna be having home and away games this season. So they're not finna be in no bubble.
Hold up, but I think the real question is, depending on whatever state you're in, if they uplifted the COVID-19 restrictions, is Adam Silver and the NBA committee gonna allow fans in the stadium? I think that's what it really all boils down to, because like in terms of money and income, especially for the smaller market teams.
I don't think so.
I don't think
because college about to have no fans. I think the NBA should like kind of follow suit. You know what I'm saying?
And the NFL currently doesn't have fans, and their facility is a lot larger than the NBA. So if they can't do it, what makes you think the NBA can?